I'm willing to bet you've run out of minnows, or you've had extra minnows and you don't want to waste them. We're going to show you how to do that. Here's a simple trick.
What's your YouTube name?
Big water fishing.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. What?
We just got back from the bait shop and we've got some fatheads. Now we wanted some shiners, and that happens a lot where the bait shop is out of bait and you don't get what you want. So we're going to show you a way with some vodka to preserve those minnows so that you never are without. And inversely, you know, there's a lot of times I finish up my day and I have to kind of waste, you know, 3 or 4 dozen minnows because I don't want to mess with trying to keep them alive, or realistically you won't be able to keep them alive. So we're going to show you a couple quick steps to preserve minnows, whether it's you've got some left over or you want to make sure you have some when the bait shop's out of them, because they always seem to be. Basically, we're just going to get these minnows in the net because we want them as dry as we can get them. And I don't want to touch them and get their scales to come off or anything like that, especially if you were to be using shiners. So we're just going to use our little minnow scooper here. And we're going to leave them in the net for a second or two, let them kind of air dry out a little bit, and just kind of shake them around. Because again, you don't, especially with shiners, you don't want to touch them, you don't want to, you know, the scales will come off and that's a bad deal. You want to leave that on there, you want to preserve them just like that. One thing I've learned is you want to use a smaller freezer bag, which makes it really tough right now without having a buddy to help out. But you don't want to freeze these in too large a quantities. It's better to have a couple small bags that you can leave in the cooler, which we'll get to that. But basically what you want to do is you're just going to put these minnows in the bag like that. And then we're going to put some, this is Kamakacha. I'm going to tell you, I got the cheapest vodka could I find. I don't think they're going to sponsor me anytime soon, and I don't want to swig this, I'm not going to lie to you. You could start a forest fire with this stuff, but what you're going to want to do is just pour that in there. And you just want to get just enough to cover those minnows up. And they're going to dance around on you, and just kind of hold them up like that. Now when I'm doing a bunch of these, I'll get a little cardboard box so I can have the bag kind of stand up straight. And that's all you want to do, is you just want to just hold this up and cover it. And like I said, if you're doing a bunch of these, you can set them down in a box and so they'll stay upright. Because you want those minnows basically just to quit kicking. The vodka is going to kill them, but it's going to preserve them. So what it's going to do is it's going to get like a slushy nature. So we're going to put this in the freezer, and we're going to allow them to get preserved. Before and after, simply freeze these things up, get you some cheap vodka. Don't drink this stuff because you can start a fire with it, but I don't think you want to go there with that. Preserve your minnows. Drunken minnows are where it's at.